Hey guys, this is test 51 game 4. This is the Parcels delivery game. It's an ordering game. We know this because they tell us that no two parcels are delivered at the same time, so they must be delivered at all different times, and as such there's an order to their arrival. Now if we look at the rules here, they tell us that everything is later or earlier than other things, so they are relating the variables to each other, and as such we're going to use a loose style in relating them. So the first rule tells us L is later than H, so we can put down that H is before L. Then they tell us K earlier than O, variables that we don't have here yet, so I'm going to skip that rule and come back to it when we can more easily, we hope, link things together. Next they tell us that H is before M, so I'm going to put down H before M, another branch right here, relating them together. Then they tell us that O is later than G, variables we don't have, so we'll skip that. M before G, we have M, so I'll add that on. They tell us N and J are earlier than M, so N is before M, and J is also before M. Now I'll come back to the rules that we skipped. They tell us, K before O, we still can't relate that. O later than G, we can relate. And so now I'll come back and put down K before O. So now we have all 8 variables linked together in a web, loosely related to each other, and this is our initial setup for the game. So question number 6 is a typical orientation question. We're just going to take one rule at a time and apply that rule to all 5 choices, looking for violations. They tell us in the first rule that L's later than H, meaning H before L. So we'll scan through that, looking for violations. And do we get any? No, everything complies with that rule. So we move on to the next rule, K earlier than O. Scan through that, looking for violations. Once again, everything's good. H before M, we'll scan through for that, looking for violations. Choice E has M before H, and we need H before M. Therefore, E is bad, and we can eliminate it. But all of the others, we're good on that issue. Next, O later than G, meaning G before O. Choice C violates that, having O before G, so that's gone. Next, M before G. Scanning through remaining choices, B violates that with G before M, so B's gone. Down to A and D. We got N and J, both earlier than M. A violates that with M between N and J, therefore A is gone, leaving D for number 16. Next, number 17, general must be true question. Looking at A, at least one thing must go before K. No, that is not a must. K must go before O, but other than that, K could be all the way in the beginning for all we care, so A is gone for that reason. At least 2 things after G. No, the only thing that has to go after G is O. Everything else could come earlier than it, so B's gone. Looking at C, there are at least 4 things later than H. Yes, we got L, we got M, we got G, and we got O. All 4 of those things must go later than H. Therefore, C is our answer for 17. I will look at the rest, though. At least 4 things later than J. No, only 3, M, G, and O. So D is gone. Then looking at E, I should have circled C right there. Next, looking at E, at least 4 things earlier than M. No, only 3 things, J and H, not 4. Therefore, M is bad, leaving C for 17. Next, number 18, if M was 4th. So if M's 4th, that means that H, J, and N must all go 1, 2, and 3. So L, G, O, and K must all come later, of course, with K and G both coming earlier than O for this question. So what must be true? Must G be 5th? No, G could be anywhere from 4 through 7. Of course, it can't be 8 because O is after it. So A is not a must and is eliminated. Looking at B, O is 7th. No, O could be 8th for all we care. No reason to believe it has to go 7th. Looking at C, J later than H. No, J is before H. J is on one of 1, 2, or 3. Whereas we know that H is coming somewhere from 5 through 8. So C is gone. Looking at D, K later than N. Yes, N's one of 1, 2, or 3. And K is one of 5, 6, or 7. Can't be 8 because O is there. But yes, K is later than N, so D is our answer. Then I'll just look at E, G later than L. No, L and G are not related to each other. In fact, G might go earlier than L given that it's before O. We have no idea though, really. I mean, they're not related, so E's gone, leaving D. Next, number 19, if H was 4th. So if H was 4th, that means we got to have at least 3 things coming before it. And those things cannot be, it's got to be, well, exactly 3 things coming before it. And those things cannot be L, M, G, or O, given that they're all coming after it. Therefore, K, N, and J must go before it. So I'm actually going to cross off K over here and move it way earlier before H. I'll also, I'll take N and J and put those guys before H as well. And then, of course, everyone else is coming later. So we got K and JL coming before H. Those guys are 1, 2, 3. H is 4. L somewhere from 5 to 8, really anywhere. And M, G, O are in that order from 5 through 8. So what could be true, except for one of these things cannot be true. 4 of them could. You could work by elimination, or if you see something that just doesn't work, pick it. So K fifth, no, K is 1 through 3. 1, 2, or 3 could never be fifth. Therefore, A is actually our answer. I will look at the rest, though. L on 6, yeah, that could be true. L could be anywhere from 5 through 8, so B's gone. M on 6, yeah, again, M could be on 5, M could be on 6, for all we know, so yeah, that's possible. G on 7th, yeah, G could be 7th, then we could have O8, LM interchangeable on 5 and 6, so D's gone. And then O 7th, yeah, that's possible. O could be 7 or 8, leaving A. Next, number 20, could be true except 4 of these things could be true, 1 cannot. Find the 4 that could be true and eliminate them, or find whatever cannot be true. H later than K, yeah, that's possible. H and K aren't related, they're ambiguous, could go either way, really. So that could be true, A is gone. J later than G, no, J is before G because the general ordering J, M, G relates J and G to each other in that order. So B is impossible and is our answer. I will look at the rest, though. L later than O. Yeah, O and L are not related. Could really go either way. C's gone. D, we got M later than L. Yeah, they're not related. They're just both after H, so that's possible. And then E, N later than H. Again, not related except that they're both before M, so that's possible as well, leaving B. Next, 21, if K was 7th. So if K was 7th, O would be 8. And then everybody else would come earlier than them. So we have some these guys are all 1 through 6 in some order. We don't really know the specifics, but could be true except. Find the 4 that could be true and eliminate, or if you see something that cannot be true, pick it. So G 5th, yeah, that's possible. G's got to have H, N, M, J before it, so the earliest G could be is 5th, but G could also be 6th. So either way, it's possible, therefore we eliminate it. M on 5th. M's got to have H, N, and J before it, but then we could also put L before it as well, and then have M on 5. So yeah, that's possible. B's gone. C, H 4th. No, because H has got to have at least 4 things after it. It's got to have L, M, G, and O before coming after it. And then we also got to have K before it in this case because K is 7th. So really, H has got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things coming after it. Therefore, the latest H could ever be in this circumstance was 3. It could never be 4. Therefore, C is our answer. I will look at the rest, though. L on 4. Yeah, L could be 4th. L could be really anywhere. H could be, if H is before it, L could be 2 through 6 for all we know. So yeah, that's possible. And then E, J 3rd. J's only got to have M and G coming after it within 1 through 6. Therefore, yeah, J could be 3rd. It's possible. Therefore, E's gone, leaving C. Finally, 22, if L was earlier than K. So we could just stick a dash right between them like this right here to relate L to K with L before K. And then problem solved. We've complied with the question stem. So what must be false, which is equivalent to could be true except. Anyway, could N be 2nd? Yeah, we could have something before it. H could be before it or J could be before it, and those guys could be the only things before it. Therefore, yeah, N could be 2nd, and that's eliminated. Could L be 3rd? Yeah, we could have, we got to have H before it, of course. Then we could also have N before it or J before it. So yes, L could be 3rd. B's gone. Could H be 4th? Previously could have, but now we got to have L, K, M, G, O before it. So that's at least 5 things coming after it. Therefore, the earliest H could ever appear here is 3. So H could never be 4th. That's impossible. Therefore, it is our answer. I will look at D and E, though. Could K be on 5? The only thing that has to come after it is O. The only thing that has to come before it are H and L. Therefore, K is actually really open-ended and ambiguous. It could be 5. Therefore, D is gone. And then looking at E, M on 6. M's only got to have H and N before it, so H, N, and J before it, so M could be as early as 4. And it's only got to have G and O coming after it, so it could be as late as 6. So yeah, it could be 4 through 6. Therefore, yes, it could be 6. E's gone, leaving C.